Here's everything you need to know before pulling Qiuyuan. Qiuyuan looks like an insane support on paper, but depending on your roster, he might either become your strongest investment this patch, or a trap that won't age well. Let's break down exactly what makes Qiuyuan powerful, where he fits, and why you might actually want to wait before spending those Astrites. Also, if you're struggling to save pulls for your favorite characters, topupliv.com has you covered. You can get up to 24% off, plus an extra 12% with my code, which means more chances to grab the characters and weapons you actually want. It's fast, secure, and rated 4.0 stars on Trustpilot, so you know it's safe. Check the link in the description and make your pulls go further. So, with version 2.7 Story Quest, we got to trial Qiuyuan for the first time, and right away, his kit tells us a lot about how he's meant to be played. He's not designed as a standalone DPS. Instead, Qiuyuan is built entirely around one idea: amplifying echo skill damage. If you've got characters who rely heavily on echo procs to dish out their burst, he turns them into absolute monsters. Qiuyuan can boost echo skill multipliers by up to 30%, depending on stacks and uptime. That alone gives him a level of synergy we haven't really seen before. He's basically the first dedicated echo skill buffer in Wuthering Waves, meaning he fills a gap that no one else could until now. Naturally, this puts him straight into teams built around Frolova and Galbrena, two units that thrive on echo-heavy rotations. Let's talk about Frolova first, because this is where Qiuyuan really shines. Frolova is already dominating both Whimpering Wastes and Tower of Adversity, especially the later stages, where her longer rotation doesn't get punished. Add Qiuyuan to that equation, and you immediately notice one thing: her ceiling gets pushed even higher. Qiuyuan fits right into the third slot, replacing characters like Rasho. And unlike Rasho, he directly enhances the stat that matters most for Frolova: her echo skill damage. In practice, this means your Frolova rotations feel smoother, stronger, and just straight up more destructive. If you're already investing in Frolova, Qiuyuan basically turns her from top tier to meta-defining. He's her best in slot teammate, no question. Here's the thing, though: if you don't have Frolova, his immediate value drops. Sure, he still buffs echo damage, but right now, the only characters that really make use of that niche are Frolova and Galbrena. So while Qiuyuan is technically strong, his usefulness depends entirely on whether your team can actually benefit from what he does. Now, let's move to Galbrena, Qiuyuan's second best friend. He was clearly designed with fusion archetypes in mind. He boosts Galbrena's echo bursts, improves her overall rotation consistency, and helps her reach new peak damage windows. If you run a triple fusion setup, say Galbrena with Lupa and Mortefi, Qiuyuan slots in as a premium upgrade. But here's the nuance: you can get away without him if you already have Lupa or Mortefi built. Your team won't be best in slot, but it'll still perform just fine. Let's summarize his biggest pros. Massive echo skill buffs. Perfect synergy with two of the strongest DPS units in the current meta. Future-proof potential. If Kuro releases more echo skill-based DPS units, Qiuyuan's stock will skyrocket. So on paper, he's the echo skill enabler, the kind of character you'd expect to stay relevant for months. But let's not ignore his flaws, because Qiuyuan's biggest weakness is actually his damage output. He's not a sub-DPS or flex pick like Brant, Alto, or even Canterella. He's pure support. Outside his main teams, his numbers just don't hold up. If you try to use him outside of echo skill comps, he'll feel underwhelming. He doesn't have the personal damage to carry his slot. This design isn't accidental. Kuro clearly wanted him to be specialized, but it does mean you're locking him to very specific teams. Qiuyuan's long-term value depends entirely on whether the echo skill archetype continues to get new characters. If future patches bring more units like Frolova or Galbrena, Qiuyuan will age like fine wine. He'll become a must-have buffer for an entire category of DPS units. But if Kuro decides to move away from that playstyle, Qiuyuan's niche will shrink fast. And since his personal damage is low, he won't be easy to repurpose like Brant or Alto. In short, he's either going to be one of the most valuable supports in the game, or he's going to fall off the moment the meta shifts. So here's the breakdown. Pull if you main Frolova or Galbrena, love echo skill damage playstyles, or plan plan to invest in future echo-based DPS units. Skip if you don't have either of those two DPS units, or you're saving for a more flexible character in the next patch. Qiuyuan is an incredibly well-designed support, specialized, consistent, and capable of pushing the current meta DPS even further beyond. But he's not a universal character. He's a high-investment, high-return pull meant for players who are already deep into the Echo skill archetype. If that's you, congratulations, you're about to unlock a new level of team power. If not, it might be smarter to save your Astrites for the next banner, because we all know how fast Kuro shifts metas when new characters drop. That's it for this breakdown. If you found this helpful, drop a like and good luck with your pulls.